Good evening, world. You are welcome to Dr. Victor King Talk Show. What an exciting moment to be alive. What a time to be alive. I'm telling you, I'm so super excited about what is happening in this nation and around the world. Tonight is the beginning of a very great journey, and this journey has to do with the 250 days countdown to America 250 years independence. Now, we are so privileged to have been granted the inspiration to start this program, being part of a bigger holistic plan. Our goal is to run a 250 days countdown that every night will bring in a CEO that's going to inspire you. Every night we have another segment where you also can participate. The whole idea is that we have come to this country where all of us have called home, and we want to make the best out of it. And so we may not be here when America started our independence, 1776, but definitely we are going to be here alive and well, 4th of July 2026, when America, this great country, will be celebrating our 250 years independence. Now, to make this journey a very exciting one, the 250 years beyond organization decided to start a 250 days countdown, and today is the first day. Now, just to put things into context, the entire plan is that every Monday, apart from having a CEO in the house, we will bring to you from this studio news across campuses, because the young people on campus, they are their future leaders of tomorrow. On Tuesday, we'll be having a young parliamentarians. We're going to be bringing young people who are either in government or getting ready to be in government, who will also be participating. Every Wednesday night is going to be business startup strategy. Every Thursday, we talk about building capacity for the marketplace. On Friday is journey into entrepreneurship. On Saturday is going to be 10x collaborators. There are people that you need to connect with that is going to make this journey a very great one. And on Sunday, every night, we're going to be talking about the agenda, the future agenda. And I believe very strongly that every night, as we go on live on this program, we are going to be doling out information that will lead to transformation, that will bring a major shift in the way we think, in the way we do things. And that's why we are very, very excited to let you know that here at the 250 and beyond celebration movement, we have decided to bring to you live in your home or from wherever you are joining us every night, making you to have a full taste of what can happen. I mean, men and women who have gone through this nation, they will be sharing their information, sharing their story, telling us the secret of the journey. I'm telling you, it's going to be a great thing. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. I am your host, Dr. Victor King. I'll be anchoring this thing every night for the next 250 days. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be transformative. It's going to be innovative. It's going to be brain tasking. We're going to be doing quite a lot of things together, and I'm telling you, you are going to enjoy it. It's the beginning of a journey, and I'm believing that you are going to enjoy this dream come true. And so I want to formally let you know that today being the first day, one of the best things you can do is to subscribe to this channel on YouTube or any of the pages, or you can subscribe on my own personal page, Victor King Akinwande on Facebook, or you can subscribe to the 250 years celebration on YouTube and every of the social media platform. It's going to be very exciting. is going to be very exciting. I can tell you, we are going to be learning so many things, and I'm very, very much excited to welcome you into our studio as we start this journey together. And so tonight, not to make the journey long, I have the first speaker, the first CEO that's going to open the floor for us. You know, one thing about humanity, every man that was born on earth was born of a woman. Even our Lord Jesus Christ was born of a woman. Now, so I want you to understand it's of great honor to have our guest in the house. She's a mother, she's a CEO, she's a founder. She has done so much. God has used her to inspire so many people. And I have in the studio with me tonight to kickstart this journey Dr. Mrs. Francesca Fajimi, the founder of Your Black Matters. And I'm believing that tonight we're going to have a very robust and exciting time together. This is not going to be, I can tell you, even from the first interview, all of you will agree with me that this is not going to be the last time she's going to be here. We're still going to be doing so many things together, especially on your black matters, because I believe very strongly that when purpose is known, then when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. But when purpose is known, then there will be direction, and direction will lead to distinction. So we all need a mother. So that's why specifically we want to start the show tonight. And I'm so excited. Dr. Francis Telfash Jimmy, God bless you. Thank you for being in the studio with us. Can you unmute so that we can hear your voice?
I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very, very clearly. Thank you so much. You are a grandmother already, but all over you it doesn't look like it. But we are going to put that for another time. But so you are very, very much welcome. I'm so super excited to be having you on this first night as we kickstart the journey of a 250 days. Now, the whole essence is not just the 250 days, the whole essence is what is going to happen beyond the 250 days. The ability to transfer the baton of leadership, the baton of entrepreneurship to the next generation. The ability to be able to say we also are alive, and we are alive to see a whole lot of young people in our days breaking protocol, changing the narratives, and bringing about major shift in government, in leadership, in politics. I am so super excited. And so, just to make it for us to have this show, to make it very exciting, and so I want you have very impressive, robust resume. When I was reading your resume, I feel like, oh my God, I mean, you are one of such people that God has blessed so much with knowledge. You have so much insight into leadership, into governance. And so I just wanted to share with us, because I have a number of questions for you. We're going to keep it short, we're going to keep it simple. I wanted to share with us briefly the story of your journey. You are very much welcome, Dr. Francisca.
Thank you, Dr. King, and thanks everybody that's listening. It's such a great honor to be here today. I am so excited to be your first guest for this wonderful event. I did not know about it until you shared it with me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this must be totally ordained. It made
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
250 days to 250-year countdown of the United States of America. I think it's pretty phenomenal that we are participating in this together. I
Mm,
want to thank you. I want to thank your listeners that have decided to tune in to hear what we have to say.
mm,
My journey is it's amazing. First of
mm.
all, a lot of people oftentimes don't know where I came from. I was born in England.
Oh, amazing.
I was about 5 years old when I was taken back to Nigeria by my parents. I
Wow.
spent about 13 years in Nigeria. So my forming years, elementary school, middle school, high school, was in Nigeria. Uh,
Mm,
I wanted to do medicine at University of Ibadan. I don't know who your
mm,
listeners are, but at one of the
mm,
universities in Nigeria, I
mm,
wanted to do medicine. they admitted me for vet medicine. I wanted to do human medicine. They admitted
Mhm.
me for vet medicine, and
Wow.
I really didn't want to do that.
Mm.
So one thing led to the other. I went back to the UK. I went to South Bank University. I was admitted for chemical engineering. I just
Mm.
grudgingly started to do chemical engineering. I think it was in my third year. It's like, you know what? It's not looking good. I was doing like summer job at Boots the
Mhm.
Chemist. For
Mm.
those of you that are very familiar with UK, Boots the Chemist is almost like your Rite Aid, like your Walgreens in England,
Mhm.
right? So I was doing summer job there, and the manager um, hired me for the summer to do bookkeeping work. I had no
Mm.
idea what that was, but I guess I was good at it. And
Mm.
so she said, "Oh my gosh, I want you permanently." And I'm like, "I'm still in school." So anyway, I was doing that, and then obviously I'm beginning to enjoy because it looks like there's something there for me. I shifted
Mm.
and I started accounting. I got my
Mm.
bachelor in accounting, did my MBA,
Mm.
did my doctoral, and the rest was history.
Yeah.
To the United States in when was that? 92, in year
Mm.
92, and I've been here
Mm.
since. I don't know how many years that is, but it's definitely not too long, right? Not too long. So anyway, that was the journey to the United States. Being in the United States has been pretty phenomenal.
Mm.
It's been a great experience for me.
Mm.
As much as my youth years was more so, my founding years was more like in Nigeria, but my
Mhm.
adult years was actually in the United States, where I had
Mm.
the opportunity I was shaped by the culture of Nigeria, but I
Mm.
lived in the United States. I was born in Europe. So can you just imagine? You combine all those three together, and this is
Amazing.
what you get. This is what you get when you combine the three together.
And that is three continents. This
You
is
got
three
that right.
continents, three world view,
You
three
got that
global
right.
view. Amazing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm.
So I don't know how far you want me to go, but I could keep going.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I said it, this is not going to be the last time because I have about 10 questions for you. So
Okay.
I want us to make sure I'm able to. One of the things I want to do with this interview is to be able to take a clips of each of your answers and send it out. So the more we do it shorter, the better. So we're
Okay.
going to be able to promote all of your script. You're going to see it. It's going to be very beautiful. So I said, what led you to becoming in your sojourn? I mean, reading through your resume, you must have spent over 3 decades here in the United States, if I get it right, right?
Hmm.
Okay. And so I put it here that what led you to making becoming a commissioner and what are your current roles as a commissioner and your current roles and responsibility as a commissioner in California. Yeah.
Very succinctly, I became a commissioner in the Los Angeles County. It's not the
Okay.
city, it's the county. The county
Okay.
of Los Angeles is the 20th largest economy in the world, bigger
Wow.
than many countries. Okay.
20th.
20th,
Woo.
20th in the world. Now,
Amazing.
my role here is more on the assessment appeals board. So, when you have a property, and the property could be a house, it could be your car, it could be plane, it could be
Mm-hmm.
helicopter, any personal
Mm-hmm.
property, tangible
Mm-hmm.
property. And generally, they levy you taxes on them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, oftentimes people kick and scream about their taxes. It's too much. We don't want to do that. And so they appeal their tax. And for
Oh.
whatever reason they're appealing, we listen to the appeal. We either
Oh.
approve it or we disapprove it.
Yeah.
That's my role. I work as part of the board. And how did I get there? Well, I think it was just by sheer happenstance.
Mm.
I do a lot of community work here, and that's one
Mm-hmm.
thing I think it's very important for anyone that wants to get into government. You
Mm.
need to start
See.
from community work. I get
Mm.
involved in the community. The councilmen know me, the mayor knows me. So when
Mm.
things come up, they just ask you, "Hey, are you interested in this?" I'm like, "Oh, I have no time. My basket is so full," and it's
Yeah.
like, "You have what we need." So, and it's more like a service to the community.
Mm.
So I decided to move in to do that service to the community.
Mm-hmm.
So in
Mm-hmm.
a very short and simple way, that's how I got into being a commissioner in the county
Oh,
of
wow.
Los Angeles.
So, so thank you, ma. Yeah, I normally say that service is the pathway to greatness.
Mhm.
Most people think it's title. Most people think it's lobbying or looking for opportunity. But from what you have said now, service is the pathway to greatness. You even mentioned in your resume that you received outstanding community leadership commendation from the mayor over the last 3 years in a row. So please share some of the experiences and impact that have led to that.
Well, I mean, the bottom line is this. I think, I don't know, was it Roosevelt that said, don't ask what your country would do for you? It's what you would do for
Yes.
your country.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
mindset I have.
Mm,
And it's
mm,
very important that we all collectively understand that
mm,
we all have something to give.
mhm.
Everyone, you
Yeah.
know. Oftentimes, when they say, oh, can you give this or that? Many people think it's money. You don't
Mm,
have to have money. You can give your
mm,
time, you can give
mhm,
your expertise, you can
mhm,
give your knowledge. That's
mhm,
what it's all about. And
mhm,
so, giving to the community, whether it's helping, when there's a community event, you participate in the community event, you provide your whether you have a church or a place where community can gather, you provide
mhm.
it available for the community
Yeah.
to use.
Mhm,
They want to
mhm,
do something, you are participating in it, making yourself available. You are an
mhm.
instrument of blessing in that community.
Yeah.
Of course, if they're looking for somebody, it's going to be you that they're going to call. It's not, and you absolutely spot on thinking that it's who you know. It's
Mm.
who knows you doing
Yeah.
what you do. That's what it is.
Mm,
I
mm,
mean, we know the president. Does he
mhm,
know me? No,
mm,
right?
mm,
So
That's true.
who knows me? That's
Yeah.
what
Mhm,
matters. So
mm,
in doing what I do, they get to know me. I mean, I don't know a lot of people. I just give what I have. It's not a
mm,
lot, but what I
mm,
have, I give. And that
mm.
made way. Your
Oh,
gift can make way for you. Your gift is
mm,
your tool, your skills, your availability, your
mm,
time. It makes
mhm,
way for
mhm,
you.
mhm. Well, amazing, amazing. So I'm going to move very fast. You mentioned something about YBM, Your Black Matters. And so you also mentioned something about mentoring young people in Africa. And I want to know, and I want the people to know what's YBM and tell us about it and how it has impacted so many lives. Yeah.
How many minutes do you have for this question? Because that's my heartbeat.
Oh, wow.
That's my heartbeat. So,
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do, because I want this video to be such that we can clip it, right? I'm going to tell you that on that alone, we have about 3 or 4 questions, right? So
okay.
uh, just introduce
Okay,
YBM.
let's start.
Mhm.
YBM is Your Black Matters. It
Yeah.
was founded in 2020. It was
Mhm.
as a result of what happened in the United States, George Floyd, and all the riots that took place. That
Mhm.
was when my eyes got opened that
Mhm.
there's actually people are being disenfranchised,
Mhm.
people, all of those things. I was
Yeah.
not privy to that. And
Mhm.
so that was where it started from. It started from awareness. There were systemic issues. There's need
Mhm.
to deal with the systemic issues. Started from
Right.
podcasts. What do we need to do about this? And now it
Mm.
has evolved into executing.
Mm.
Execution of your Black Matters, which the goal is to amplify, to uplift, and to elevate
Mm.
Black people.
Okay.
That's really the bottom line. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. In the
Mm.
United States, we have 40 million plus. In Brazil, you have about 50 million plus. And
Oh, wow.
literally, the continent of Africa, you have about 1.5 billion. China
Billion.
has a
Mm.
lot. So think about it collectively. Doesn't matter where you are. The
Mm.
goal is to amplify, to uplift, to elevate Black people, to inspire Black
Mm.
people. That is the
Mm.
goal. And
Mm.
what are we doing right now? We're looking at youth that are brilliant,
Mhm.
that are financially challenged. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter where you are in the world. You need to be
Mm.
smart, but
Mhm.
financially challenged. And
Mhm.
we provide scholarship to go to college, to go to a college in Nigeria,
Okay.
accredited private.
Oh, wow. We
Ooh.
don't know what happened. It seems we
Oh, you're
lost.
back now? Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So please spot on. Yeah.
Okay. So YBM, at this point, we're at the point of executing. We started to execute, and the execution is really catching them young. And
Mm,
so we're taking youth, brilliant,
mm,
but not financially okay. And
mhm.
we provide scholarship to go to
Scholarship at what
scholarship,
level? Or
scholarship to go to university.
is it
To
10%? Is it 20? Is it full scholarship?
It's full scholarship and it has a cap. So I'll
Okay.
explain it. The scholarship it's multi-layered.
Mhm,
The key is to get a bachelor degree. That's the
mhm,
goal. We don't do
mhm.
masters right now. It's just bachelor.
Okay. Mhm,
You get your bachelor. When you start from your first year, your first 2 years, you're
mhm.
being groomed. So you need to be smart. Remember, that's the
Oh,
criteria. You have
sure.
to be smart. So,
Non-negotiable.
exactly, absolutely
Mhm,
non-negotiable. Between your first and second year, you're being groomed to determine can you have a parallel path that leads to owning your own business
mm,
or certification in a field that is highly in demand right now. So
mm,
let's say you got into college, your major is political science, okay?
mhm,
Normal people, when they finish political science, they're looking for a job. I don't know
mm.
whether you can get a job as a politician, but they're
No.
looking for a job.
Mm.
YBM scholars, they graduate. In your first year, you're already trying to figure out what you need to do. We call it a
Okay.
parallel path program.
So,
By your third
like
year, you already know.
discovering your purpose, like discovering your purpose.
Right. By
Okay.
your third year, you're already operating in
Oh,
that
wow.
capacity, whether you have your business or you're working. Let's say you're working as a AI analyst or something to that effect,
Mhm,
right?
mhm,
So that's going with your degree, both running in parallel, right?
mhm,
And so by the time you graduate, you're a graduate, you also have 2 years running your own business or two
mm,
years of
mm,
professional experience.
mhm,
That's why we call it a parallel path program. Dr.
mm.
King, it does not exist anywhere in the world.
Wow.
This is the only program that does that.
Wow.
Does not exist anywhere. And it's
Wow.
intentional because oftentimes people go to university, a lot of
Mhm.
us, it doesn't matter where
Yeah.
you are. You graduate,
Mhm.
you're looking for a job. You may
Even
spend
here,
1 year,
even here in United States.
it doesn't
Mhm,
matter where you are, you're
mhm.
looking for
Yeah.
a job. What
Mhm,
we are nipping in the butt right there is,
mm,
yeah, you're going to have that degree, but
mhm,
you're going to get something beyond that degree because the
mhm,
degree gives you credibility. When you get
mhm.
into a room, they know, okay, she must know something or he must know
Yeah.
something because you
Mhm,
have a degree. If you don't have the degree, you just take training and they say, oh, do you have a bachelor degree? And you said no. They're going to be like, yeah, no. But that
mm.
degree opens the door for you, gives you
Yeah.
credibility that you can
Mhm,
handle anything.
mhm,
But then in parallel, you're moving forward with something
mm,
that will
mm,
position you for something
mm,
greater, better, that's going to
mm,
be a great value to the whole world, not just your
mm,
community, because
mm.
we're shortchanging ourselves to say the community. We're saying the whole world
The
that is going
world.
to benefit from it. So let me stop
Mm.
right there because you said you have more questions, right?
You also understand that you mentioned something about American Sign Language and the music
Mhm,
in
mhm.
enhancing capacity. Can you talk about that
Oh,
also?
yeah. So these kids, and I call them kids, all of them, these
Yeah.
kids, you need to be brilliant. You need to be able to do a lot more. Not just
Mm,
like, oh my gosh, it's just school, this, and no, no, no.
mm,
Not only are you doing your degree, you're doing the parallel program, and then you have a lot more of a value added program that is real life value to you and your community. One of
mm.
them is you're learning to play musical instruments. It opens
Yeah.
the brain up to think
Mm-hmm.
differently. You're
Mm-hmm.
learning American Sign Language. You're able to communicate not just in your English only or native tongue, but
Mm-hmm.
something that will challenge you. You have
Mm-hmm.
that. You do community work, not
Mm-hmm.
only that. You do
Wow.
all kinds of training, investment training,
Mm,
budgeting,
mm,
you visit the various homes. So like
mm,
you could go to a home where they have challenged children. You share
mm,
with them, you teach them in the
mm,
summer.
mm,
They teach youth, younger ones like
mm,
elementary or high school. You
mm.
teach them to prep them for the next year. So it
Wow.
is a robust program
Mm,
that you really need to be able to handle this. It's not for the faint-hearted. So
wow.
we want the best of the best. Okay.
Mm,
So that's why when we interview and we do the selection, they go through a set of processes to make sure we vet that you're not just academically astute only. You have the
mm.
capacity to do
Yeah.
more, right?
Mm.
They learn plumbing, they learn carpentry, they learn
Oh, that is it.
bricklaying, they learn.
That
I
is
mean,
it.
girls, boys, it doesn't matter.
That is it.
It doesn't really
Mm.
matter. You learn all of those
Exciting.
things. And in
Oh,
learning all that, you get to know, actually, I really like to do this. I really like to do it. Exposing you to a lot more than you
that's
will ever see in a four walls called the classroom.
that's true.
That's what it's all about.
Thank you. So I used to say to people that the key to living is, for me, is designed around you learn, you earn, and you rest. If you don't learn, you cannot earn, or you'll be limited in your earning. And if you don't earn, you cannot rest. And I keep saying it, you might not rest financially, neither may you rest in peace, even if somebody doesn't learn very well. And so I'm so excited. So this kind of project, tell me, I know you may not want to say this publicly. Is it like the government of America is sponsoring you, or there's one private organization sponsoring you? Because taking this kind of humongous task, the money must be coming from somewhere to pump it into the life. So how is this project being funded?
Well, I will tell you, the project is being funded privately.
Oh, say that again.
It is being funded privately.
Wow.
It's not government, it's not anything. Actually, now that we want to scale, that's
Uh-huh.
now we're introducing it to the world, what we have accomplished so far, and then we're inviting others to come in and join and and participate in what is being delivered. So up to date, it's been privately funded.
Oh,
There's
wow.
no, yeah, there's no soliciting for this or that. It's just a very small, very close knit that is funding
Wow.
the project.
Amazing. This is something the world needs to know about, truly, because you started by saying that there's nowhere in the world that this kind of project is running. Okay. So one of the things we're going to do, we can't end this discussion on this level. We have to give another broadcast for YBN. And I think you had a book. You mentioned something about a book you did, your black. Tell me about it. Tell us about it. Yeah.
The book is called Black Mystery.
Mm.
Black
Black mystery.
Mystery, the
Oh,
mystery of being black. It's
wow.
the mystery of being black.
So there's a mystery that is connected to being black.
Yeah, there's a mystery to it. And
Because most people don't appreciate being black, because
no,
if I get you right, so
mhm,
okay, we
yeah,
might not be able to touch everything, but knock on the mystery.
there is a mystery of being black. The
Wow.
mystery is black are wired to think very differently about
Mm,
themselves and
mm,
other people.
mm,
Mainstream, wired to think differently. If I see you on the street, there's something that comes in my mind at first.
mm,
When I talk to you, there's something else that will come to my mind.
mm,
All blacks goes through that unless you want to deny
mm.
it. You see
Yeah.
somebody for the first time, you have a perception, oftentimes it's negative. Do you know why? When they
Mm.
had that doll, remember the doll play where you have
Mhm.
that little white girl and the little black
Yeah.
black girl,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
they brought a doll and they asked the black girl, which doll is pretty? She pointed to the white doll. Which
Wow.
doll is nice? She pointed to the white doll.
Wow.
Which doll is wonderful? She pointed to the white doll.
Oh,
Which
wow.
doll is ugly? She pointed to the black doll.
Oh,
Which
wow.
doll looks like you?
Oh, wow. Oh,
The
wow.
girl was under 5. That
Hmm.
girl could not have been coached
Hmm.
to say anything. It was sort of ingrained from the
Hmm.
beginning,
Wired from birth.
right? To
Hmm.
and what the environment shows her, what she
Hmm.
sees on the TV, what she sees
Hmm.
outside, that's what
Hmm.
it is. Her
Wow.
parent did not tell her that you are ugly because you're black.
Hmm.
I don't think a friend told her necessarily, you are ugly because you're black, but
Hmm.
everything around her points to that. So there's not much we need to say beyond that. If a little 3, 4, 5 year old already has that wiring, well, guess what's going to happen when that girl
Hmm.
begins to grow? When we grow up, as we grow up, guess what's wired in us?
Hmm.
That thing that's wired in us need to be unwired. That's
Hmm.
why I'm saying that there's a mystery to this. There's a
Hmm.
mystery to being black. And the book covered the perception of white people from
Mm.
black people. That's what the
Wow.
book is about. How we
Mm.
perceive, how we
Mm.
see, how we
Mm.
visualize them. Now,
Mm.
there's a conversation that needs to take place within black people only. This is a family
Oh.
conversation that needs to take
Oh.
place. Okay? It's
Mm.
almost like
Yeah.
this is a family matter. We need to have that conversation on our own. I don't care where you're from as a black person, maybe on the continent of Africa, maybe from Brazil, maybe United States, maybe you
Mhm.
does not matter. There's a
Mhm.
conversation that needs to take place
Wow.
internally. This
Wow.
must not go out.
Wow.
But
Mm.
there's a separate conversation between us collectively and the
Mhm.
others that see us and the others that we see that do not look like us.
Mm. I will be willing to, I'm saying this live, I will be willing to create a platform to make that conversation happen. And I can tell you, really, when we get to the 250-year celebration where we're going to be doing the award, I think we'll have this kind of discussion. We will still talk more about it here. That may be the beginning of setting out an agenda that a conversation needs to happen. And once you are able to step on the stage and share the dream and share the passion, then bringing everybody together will not be difficult. It will always start from somewhere, but I know we will surely get there. And so, because I still have questions that I have for you. So, you mentioned something as the founder of MFE Corp, and it's an AI driven company. And we are in the fourth industrial revolution right now that is driven by machine learning, robotics, and AI. How did you find yourself again in how do you find yourself again in AI? I mean, I can't understand. I'm confused and I don't want to be confused. I say I'm going to wait till now before I start asking the question. So let's
You
go.
you have no idea all the things I do.
Oh,
No
wow.
clue. No clue. Those are just tidbits of them.
Really?
Yeah, you have no idea the extent of what I do. But I will tell you, MFE basically it's making your business future proof, ready for AI. That's really what
Oh,
it's all
wow.
about. We
Amazing.
deploy AI, we implement it. I have staff that actually goes into the organization and deploy AI. I'm
Mm,
working with a very, very large organization that actually deploys AI, artificial intelligence,
mm,
robotic process automation,
mm,
basically looking, simply put,
mhm.
you can use AI to do anything you want. But I
Yeah.
tell people that are scared of
Mhm.
AI because most of the time the challenge is it's going to take my job. We're going to
Mm,
be unemployed. We're going to
mm.
do all this.
Oh,
What you need to do is understand how AI works and use
mhm.
it to your benefit.
Okay.
That is all you need to do.
Mm.
Understand how it works. How can it help me? So, if you have a business, would you rather hire 20 people that will be doing the keyboard for you or answering calls? Or you have AI doing that and hire that 20 people to go out and get you business? Which one
Oh,
would you prefer?
wow.
What would
Wow.
you prefer?
I prefer the one that the AI is going to be doing it and more people can go talk where AI cannot go to.
There you go. There you
So
go. That's
do
that's
you do
really
agentic AI? Are you into agentic AI?
I'm into all of them. We do
Wow.
agentic, we do conversational, we do robotics, all of them. We deploy all of those. But what's also unique about how we do the deployment is we retool your staff.
Mm,
Many times if you don't do it right, you just say, oh, yeah, you're going to put in AI and then you're going to lay off 20 people.
mm,
That's not what you do. That's not the
mm,
right way to do it. The
mm,
right way to do it is, first of all, to understand that your employees that
mhm,
are valuable to your organization. If you have
mm,
somebody that's not performing, it's an easy sell. That's a no-brainer. But your high-performing workers, how can
mhm.
you retool them so that they can continue to add value to your organization while AI is doing the
So
simpler
you
lifting
mean
of
the
it?
two can go together, right? We don't need
Absolutely.
to, because we had so many company doing understaffing. You remember
Mhm,
a lot
mhm,
of American
mhm.
companies are cutting off the staff, a
Yep,
lot of aerated. But here you
yep,
are you trying to debunk that they
yeah.
don't need to cut the staff, or what are we talking about here?
I'm not saying you don't need to cut the staff. You're going to retain staff that is adding value to your organization. There's a
Okay.
lot of, it doesn't matter which organization you're in. You'll have the people that are there that just,
Okay.
they
Yeah.
just there, right?
Yeah.
And then you have those that are adding value.
Yeah.
AI will come in and could take care of the work of those that are just there. They're not really adding
Oh,
value.
okay. Okay.
And those that are adding value to your organization, or those that you want to equip, you want to retool them so that they can do more of what
Mhm.
will bring the business in or that will
Mhm.
make you to scale, you
Mhm.
want to tool those people to be able to scale for you.
Mhm.
So that's the approach I use when we actually deploy AI. Don't keep thinking about, oh my gosh, they're going to fire all of us, they're going to lay all of us off. What value are you bringing to this organization? What are you interested in? And then your manager, your boss, your CEO should be able to say, oh my gosh, I can't, you know what, Francesca, I can't let Francesca go. Absolutely not. I need to
Mhm.
find her something to do. I have these
Mm.
5 people that are
Mm.
always there.
Mhm.
They never call in sick, right? Remember,
Mhm.
that's another
Yeah.
thing. People call in
Yeah.
sick, this and that.
Mhm.
You have all of those kind of
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Mhm.
So people that add value to your organization, yes, there is work for them to do. There is
Wow.
value added work for them to do. AI stuff is for non value added, repeatable, high volume work.
Oh,
That's what
wow.
it's for. High
Wow.
volume,
High
repeatable,
volume. Repeatable.
not really value added. That's what
Wow.
it's doing very quickly in a nutshell. What I can continue to do, going around in circle. If you
Mm.
hire somebody, an individual, to quickly be doing that, number one, they don't have the capacity. Number two, they fall sick. Number three, they take vacations. Number four, they can't work 24/7. Number five, they are
Mm.
unpredictable depending on what's
Mm.
going on in your family.
Mm.
I could come to work, it's like, oh
Mm.
my gosh, I don't feel like doing anything. This
Yeah.
machine just keeps going.
Mm.
Then you use human being to do what human being is wired to do. Very complex
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Very complex, thinking, strategizing, those kind of stuff. That's what we technically really wired to do, not just mundane stuff
Mm. The
out,
mundane
in
activity.
out, right?
Mm.
So that's the strategy.
I get it. I get it now. Now, with YBM, I don't know if this is part of your plan, but with YBM, don't you think? Because I didn't hear anything about YBM America. I know that you've spoken about YBM, your Black Matter for Africa. Don't you think that YBM maybe in the future? I don't know, but YBM should be able to do stuff that has to do with empowering the young people with these AI tools that can, because I know that in America, skill can get you a job at any time. And if that is the case, AI is one of the predominant skill that people can and young people can learn very fast about. And so do you have such on your table now or in the nearest future or stuff like that? Because that's one of the things I think we should promote. I would love to promote. Yes.
YBM is not only in Africa.
Okay.
The hub right now is in Nigeria. But
Okay.
students from anywhere in the world that
Mhm.
qualifies
Yeah.
can attend. Why
Oh.
it's extremely critical, I'm going
Mm.
to tell you this, Dr. King, why it is extremely critical
Mm.
for the hub to be in Africa is
Mhm.
because of the mindset shift that needs to begin to take place.
Okay. I
You
get
need to
it.
know who you are. You need
Mm.
to be able to be among your own. You need to
Mm.
see where people that looks like you can actually thrive. You need
Mhm.
to be in an environment where everybody just wants to thrive, right?
Mhm.
So you need to know about yourself,
Yeah.
right? So if I'm Black in the United States, I was born here, I grew up here, I did everything here. All I know is what I've read, what I've seen on TV, or what people have told me, or how people
Mhm.
have treated me. That's
Mhm.
what I know about myself.
Yeah.
Then to shift that mysterious things that makes us up is very difficult because I'm still in the environment.
Yeah.
It's important for you to go out and to
Mm.
see you fitting into your normal environment. All of the things you said, AI, automation, yeah, they're doing it over there. There's so many innovations that's taking place right now in Africa
Mm.
that it's
Mm.
novel. So
Mm.
it's not just here. We want kids from here to go to college over there. They already know how
Oh.
they're wired here. We want them to go to college. We chose a private school
Oh.
for a reason so that we know for sure
Okay.
you graduate in 4 years or whatever the year is. You will graduate.
Mm.
We think that was the reason we chose a private school. So it is open to anywhere in the world where you meet that
Okay.
qualification. So it's important. I want Black people to go to Africa. Black people here, I
Oh,
want them to go to Africa, check it out,
okay.
and come back. It's going to
Okay.
give you a different mindset. I tell you,
Nice.
I've been to over 60 countries.
Oh,
That
wow.
shapes me because
Oh.
when you interact with different people, it opens up your mind to be able to think about things differently.
Hmm.
So I want African Americans. I want them to go to Africa to be able to get that mindset shift.
A discussion is about to happen. Maybe we are
Mhm.
going to take it. I'm telling you, maybe we're going to, when, I mean, it's not going to be on set now. I'm going to talk to you about this because I know that if we take this to TikTok, and we begin to talk about it, a lot of young people, if they can see the process and they can understand what the nitty gritty is going to be all about, I think with a whole lot of people who are trying to do DNA, dynasty, and ancestry, a lot of people who are trying to go back and find their roots, with people like Oprah setting up a school in South Africa, and a whole lot of people even adopting. I think one of the celebrity singer went to Eastern Africa to adopt a kid and all of those kind of stuff. So I think this is a very good, and I'm grateful that this kind of discussion is coming from someone who is from Africa, living here, and has not forgotten about the home. This is very exciting. Two more questions and we close this session. It's already, you said I don't know how much the hat you do wear. So so my question is very good one. So I said, so including first lady, executive pastor, how do you now relax? How do you maintain work-life balance? Or maybe you are one of those people who said work-life balance didn't really exist, and you're already a grandmother also. So how do you juggle all of those things together? How do you do it? Or is AI, or is the AI that is doing it?
No, it's not AI. I'm a woman of faith. That's number one. I
Amen.
pray a
Wow.
lot. I trust God for
Oh,
grace to be able to do what I do. Very
okay.
important to me personally. Very important. That's one. There is nothing I do that is not ordained as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't matter what it
Mm,
is, secular, doesn't
mm,
matter. It's ordained,
mm,
which means I'm confident to be able to speak about those things to God.
mm,
I'm able to speak about
mm,
those things.
mm,
Besides my spiritual awareness and being fully engaged with my God,
mm.
I love, do you want to know what I love? The
Tell
spa.
me.
The spa. I
Okay.
love, you can wake me up at 3 a.m. Do you want to go to Burke Williams? I'm waking up. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. My kids
Amazing.
know me, whether it's raining, whether it's sunshine, I'm ready to go to Brooke Williams
Oh,
for a
wow.
nice spa. That's
Wow.
my
Lovely.
that's my go-to,
And
just
it has a soothing effect on the body, really.
it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It
Yeah, I
really
agree with
does. So that's
you.
my go-to. That's my
Oh,
go-to.
wow. So
Yep.
that's all you do. You don't swim, you don't do this, you don't do that.
Is what it is. The jacuzzi, it's does it. I walk every morning. I do about an hour walk. It's not power walk, it's just walking. I go around my house, and that time is when I actually really connect. A lot of the inspiration I get to do what I do, I get it during the walk that I do. Because you look up, you see the sky right there. You see the trees that were created, right? You see literally. So the inspiration I get is usually, I would say 90% of my inspiration comes when I go out to walk.
Wow,
Yep.
amazing. In fact, that's an amazing and a keying into my belief system that I always tell people there are four ways to look at things. Number one, you look up. And so if you wake up very early in the morning and you look up to your creator, you look up to heaven, you look up to, I mean, a whole lot of people call it whatever. But when you look up, you gain inspiration that helps you run for the day. New things begin to drop in your mind. Then you talk about nature. You look within. You also do some internal rumination. Then you look around. You look around. You look at the beautiful things that are all around you. Then you look ahead. That talks about foresight. I mean, it
Yep.
talks about looking into the future. And so when you combine looking up with looking within, you looking around and looking ahead, I think The it's a combo of a winning team. That's a very powerful. I mean, for anyone listening right now, looking up is one of the biggest thing that can ever happen. And I think you've really touched there. There's no better way to start this kind of interview than to have this kind of wise word. Now, finally, America is journeying towards 250 years. I keep saying to people, you are not here 250 years ago, you will not be here the next 250 years. But definitely, we have to be part of those who are shaping the future. So, what will be your own advice as America goes into the future, whether for young people, whether for the white, whether for the black, whether for the Hispanic, the Arab, the Asian, the Middle East, the Italian, every of the people I check on Google. America has over 1,000 tongues, 1,000 tribal tongues that are living here in America. I say, wow, that's over 1,000
Hmm.
tribal nations that are living here in America, and that's very amazing. And so, as we journey into 250 years and beyond, so what will be your word, watchword, or some kind of striking word for to challenge the people and to inspire the people and to give them hope?
My word is going to be elevate the youth.
Elevate the youth.
That is my
Mm,
word. If you
okay.
think back to the early years when America began to evolve, their first president, just think about it. They're in their
Mm,
20s, in their
mm,
30s. They were all
mm,
youth, right?
mm.
And they were
Yeah.
doing great things
Yes.
because they can take a lot of risks. Youth can
Mm-hmm.
take a lot of risks. They are
Mm-hmm.
innovative, they are creative, they think
Yeah.
outside the box. They're not confined by the
Mm-hmm.
shape of
Mm-hmm.
or the experience, decades
Mm-hmm.
of experience of the adults. They're not
Mm-hmm.
confined by that.
Yeah.
Elevate the youth. That's why America became great.
Mm.
So far, it's been a lot of, the old guys,
Yeah.
all of them with the old baggage of everything.
Yeah.
In the 250 years that is coming, America needs to elevate the youth of different, it does not matter. You
Mm.
put the youth in the forefront, they're going to be breaking grounds.
Mm.
They will think differently on how things need to be done.
Mm.
What we've had is the youth of those time, they've grown and they still remain there.
No.
They're not given the opportunity they had to be
Mm.
able to shape how America is, the
Mm.
opportunity they had then to shape
Yeah.
it. They're not
Mm-hmm.
giving the youth of this time the opportunity to shape it.
Mm.
Because if we do that, America would have transformed again.
Wow.
So my word is elevate the youth. Give the youth the opportunity. Put them in the front. Let them begin to do what the youth did way back when
Mm.
that made
Mm.
America to be great as we
Mm.
speak right
I
now.
love that.
It's
I
the
love
youth
that.
that formed it. It's not
Mm.
the old people that are in
Mm.
power right now. They
Yeah.
were the youth. That's my word. Elevate the youth.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, I am not saying you are going to give a promise, but I know that one of the key mantra for the agenda, the future agenda here is to form a parliament, a young people's parliament. I mean, people that you are either going to be in government or you are going to be close to government. And like you rightly said from the beginning, it all begins with a mindset shift, with the way we think. I used to say to people, if you don't change the way you think, you will stink. And not only that you will stink, you will sink. And so, if we are going to elevate them, then we are going to start with the thinking. And I am very excited to have you on this show as the number one person. So, I want to put it to you. Will you be available to help us in shaping the future? It doesn't matter how many they have, maybe tens of thousands, maybe millions, and it may be one person. Just like you said, Kennedy stood before American government in 1960 and he said to the people of America, I want to tell you one thing. Don't ask what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. So here we are, the first day of the 250 journey. I want to put it to you. I know you already have a bucket full. We used to be able to put some of this into the bucket for us to see how much we can stir the horn and see whether we can elevate some tons and see what can become part of them. Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Ooh, I love that. Oh my God. Oh, there's no better way to start this journey, I can tell you. And I believe that truly you mentioned something, this is ordained. I myself never thought about it, but something just kept telling me, reach out to her. And thank God above all challenges, we are able to do it. Now we are going to do it because we definitely have to now take the game to TikTok where the millions of young people are, where we'll be able to talk about YBM, talk about mentorship, talk about and draw a process and bring them into the journey of the YBM movement where we can really, and who can say, because I remember one time Reverend Jesse Jackson, when Obama became the president of America, he has nothing to say. He just stood and tears was just coming out of his eyes.
Mhm.
And he said, I never knew that a day like this can come in my
Mm,
lifetime. And
mhm.
what was that day? When Martin Luther King said, I have a
A
dream.
dream. Yep.
And that dream is that my children will not be judged by the
Mhm.
color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And
Mhm.
having seen that eventually it was become possible for a black man to enter into the White House, which
Mhm.
was, if you play back
Mhm.
there's something you were trying to say the other time,
Mhm.
like it seems that it's an impossible mission for a black person to get into the White House, and this guy has broken the record. This guy has shattered all of the records, and he has been able to do it.
Yep.
Finally, I know that it can be done again because in 1965, Roger Bannister,
Mm.
before that time, nobody has been able to break the 4 minute mile. The 100 meter they are running now,
Mm.
nobody can run it in less than 4 minutes. Until one young doctor called Roger Bannister said, I'm going to break it. I'm going to
Mm.
do it. I'm going to make it happen. He tried, did a lot of training, a lot of preparation. Eventually, he was able to do it by 1 second split.
Wow.
Now, the beauty of the story was not that he did it. The beauty of the story was that that same year, over
Mhm.
300 people did it
Yep. There you
just
go.
because somebody say let's do it.
Yep.
So tonight, the bottom line of tonight is interview, the first meeting of the America 250 countdown to the 250-year celebration. The summary is let's do it, and we
Let's
are
do
going
it.
to get it done. Thank you, Dr. Francesca Fajimi. Thank you so much, the founder of your black your
Your Black
your
Matters.
black matters, and having so much cap on your feather. I believe that this is the beginning of a great journey. Thank you so much for being part of this. Thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for making yourself available. This is not going to be the last one because already we are going to do it. My team are listening and they are already getting excited and say, okay, let's do it.
Let's
Thank you
do
so
it.
much. I appreciate it. So I want to tell all my guests that now I want to tell all my guests and our team that the journey has started. And you see, this is what we are saying. When God inspired my heart that we should do a 250 days countdown to the 250-year anniversary, it's like it's our turn. I mean, it may not have anything to do with color of our skin, but it's our turn for our voice to be heard. It's our turn for a new generation of leaders and entrepreneurs to rise up. We may not have the opportunity in the last 50 years. This is the best time to be alive, and we are going to hold it by the horn. And we will really do it. Thank you so much for being part of this. I'm so, so grateful. And everyone hearing you, they are very grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me, and thanks to all the listeners for making this Howard their home for tonight. And I pray and I hope that you will be back again tomorrow because it's going to be back to back for 200 days.
Yeah, back to back.
Back to back. So you don't want to miss anything. Come
Thank
tomorrow,
you.
there's more to come. So it's going to keep building
Yeah,
on each
yeah,
other. So really
yeah.
excited about it.
We are going to be having the state coordinator of NIDO, Nigerian Diaspora Organization for New Jersey. We're going to be Dr. Adiola Pupola. We're going to be having him, and we're going to be having a lot of CEOs. I mean, people who have come into this place to break protocol, break barrier, and so much people have been lined up. But I'm so so super excited for this first one. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you so much. Have
Bye
a
for now.
blessed one. Bye bye.
So, listeners, thank you so much for being part of this. We're going to meet again tomorrow. Today is the day one and it's the beginning of a great journey. I'm your host, Dr. Victor King, on behalf of the Dr. Victor King talk show and the America 250s year celebration and beyond. You are very much welcome to the countdown, 250 days countdown to the 250 years independence celebration, and it's going to be a huge one. Thank you. Bye for now.